Welcome back to Literati Press. We're reading a new novel. We're doing Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. It's Olga Tokarczuk, and this is a translation. And the novel itself is set in this vacation village in the middle of summer after everybody is taken off, and the only people left are house sitters basically, and a few natives that have lived there for a long time. So the main character is a student of astrology, a brilliant, very eccentric woman. And we're a little bit into the story, just not even a full chapter in, where I'm going to start off at. And one of her neighbors, Oddball, wakes her up in the middle of the night to go get one of the other neighbors who is dead. And that neighbor is named Bigfoot, and the names mean something, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I just love her narrative voice. I think she's such a fun character, and this is a murder mystery. So lots of good suspense, but really fun, just kind of world building and scene setting. So here we go. Dressing the dead man was like a form of caress. I doubt he ever experienced such tenderness in life. We held him up gently by the arms and pulled the clothing onto him, as his weight rested on my chest after a wave of quite natural disgust that made me feel nauseous. It suddenly occurred to me to hug this body, to pat it on the back, to soothe it by saying, "Don't worry, it'll be all right." But on account of Oddball's presence, I did no such thing. He might have thought I was being perverse. My aborted gestures changed into thoughts, and I began to feel sorry for Bigfoot. Perhaps his mother had abandoned him, and he'd been unhappy throughout his miserable life. Long years of unhappiness cause a person worse degradation than a fatal illness. I never saw any visitors at his place. No family or friends had ever appeared. Not even the mushroom pickers stopped outside his house to chat. People feared and disliked him. It seems he only kept company with hunters, but even that was a rare event. I'd say he was about 50 years old. I'd have given a lot to see his 8th house, and whether Neptune and Pluto were conjoined in there by some aspect, with Mars somewhere in the ascendant. For with that jog-toothed saw in his sinewy hands, he reminded me of a predator that only lives in order to sow death and inflict suffering. To pull on his jacket, Oddball raised him into a sitting position, and that was when we noticed that his large, swollen tongue was trapping something in his mouth. So after a brief hesitation, clenching my teeth with disgust and withdrawing my hand several times, I gently took hold of the something by its tip, and saw that what I had between my fingers was a little bone, long and thin and sharp as a dagger. A throaty gurgle and some air emerged from the dead mouth, making a soft whistle, exactly like a sigh. We both leaped back from the corpse, and I'm sure Oddball felt the same thing that I did. Horror, especially seconds later when dark red, almost black blood appeared in Bigfoot's mouth. A sinister trickle came flowing out of it. We froze on the spot, terrified. Yeah, so it's wonderful book, and it is the winner of the Man Booker International Prize. Critics loved it. It is a really fun read. You can get it on our website. You can send me a message through social media of your choice at Literati Press, or to charles@literatipress.com. We do deliver, we ship, all the kind of good stuff. It's also available on bookshop.org, of which we have our own little storefront. And if you go through us, then we get a portion of the proceeds. So thank you so much.